it out for the committee?
Collateral, that is, the security for this facility shall be jointly managed by Trans Nzoia County and the borrower.
Is that happening insofar as these loans are concerned? This is your own form. It is not ours. It is not Natembeya's form. Is that happening within the fund? Because I foresee you being where I am currently, on behalf of my clients. And I hate to discuss my personal legal matters, but it's an experience I probably have to share with you. But anyway, Chair, not to belabor much on this point, it is clear the loans are not secure. And there's a competent county attorney to whom I have much respect for. He can regularize this by quickly just charging these properties, either a logbook or the house they've built on. So it's as simple as that. That's what we want you to do. Okay?
Maybe while on that, this letter of yours dated 7th January 2025 clearly states that the document should be received on or before 31st March 2025. So you should be telling us, because these people are working with you, by March, how many had applied with this? Because your letter was very clear on the date.
Honorable Chair.
Governor, please respond to those.
Mr. Chairman, the true position is this, that these loans are not secured. That is the true position. And the reason is that the officers who are responsible acted carelessly. And I said I had fired 4 officers. One of them has on one of those forms. He was responsible for finance because of gross incompetence. Number 2, the bank also acted carelessly. It's a matter of routine for a bank to look for collateral. That's not how they lend. That's how they lend even for their own monies. But this is a bank that used our own money, that is 111 million, as security for their own loans. So in other words, our money is there, but they seem to be lending us their money. We are giving them 3% of our funds to ensure that they run this fund professionally. So actually, when this matter came to my attention, I've taken mortgages before, and actually surrender that title. It will be discharged the moment you pay. I've taken civil servants loan, and I know it's that when I was told that nobody has actually deposited a logbook or a title deed, I was shocked. But the bank was operating from a comfortable position that they already have our money that they're using as it. They lose nothing. Even this idea of insurance, when you ask them, which is the insurance company for this loan, and how much are we paying as premium, as loanees? There is nothing. So we are trying to regularize that. That officer is gone. Now we are going to have a very serious sitting with the bank and ask very, very difficult questions. And they cannot really pass the back to us because they were supposed to do this professionally. That's why we appointed a bank to disburse these funds. But in the meantime, we have also written to all beneficiaries of this facility to provide collateral by the end of this month, 31st. Yeah, from next month, if they have not provided, they'll start getting silver salaries, and we are going even to cite them for pecuniary embarrassment, because they're also not supposed to be done.
So, Governor, what is the repayment ratio?
Currently?
Yes.
But the repayment is being done well because it really is through check-off system.
Okay.
So at the end of every month, we deduct the money.
So they are still your employees?
All of them. All of them are employees, of course, other than those 4 that we've sacked. Yeah? And some of them have taken.
Some of them are also the loanees here?
They are also loanees.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
one good thing that some of them are still, of course, some of them are seconded. They just came as CECs that have gone back to their respective jobs.
But how will you secure those?
That gratuity, if it doesn't match that, we'll see how we're going to get the difference. But of course, before we pay them gratuity, we'll recover. But Mr. Chairman, a serious omission was done. That one we must.
So are you still working with the same bank, or have you reprimanded the bank?
That's what I'm saying now. We are having a very serious conversation with with them. Actually, some of the beneficiaries are being charged more than the 3%. They're not just aware. When you check, they're being charged more than 10%. They're not just aware, but actually, we're dealing with the bank, which basically I think is just unscrupulous.
I think for the purpose of making progress, let's say, can these loans be secured in the next 30 days? And then you provide the auditors with the same?
Yeah, we are striving for that.
Yeah, and then in terms of just your executive role as a governor, then see how you can be able to either read a route up to the same bank or look for another service provider. Because you cannot put the county resources at risk with the same bank that already holds over 100 million of your cash.
Not 11 million.
Yeah.
That's well.
Chair, if we are to go through the standard securitization process, we would rather give them 60 days. 30 days might be not too comfortable for them. They'll be back here and telling us they didn't do anything.
No, I don't think so. My
Chair, we are the ones on practice, we know. 60 days here. Charging takes quite some time. The
I'm
that one will tell you that.
That one I get, but I'm talking about getting these securities on file. That should not go to 60 days.
Chair, you know, having a security on file is not security. You must charge it. So we can't give the direction that is, lopsided. So I'd rather, with a lot of humility, Chair.
That's fair enough. Let's do 60 days because I think we are saying the same thing. We need them secured. So we'll give you 60 days and then make sure that you get back to the auditor within the 60 days. Auditor, are you comfortable with this, or you have got any other comment?
Yeah, maybe, Chairman, just to add on to that, we'd also need to see the agreement between the county and the bank for our perusal, Chair.
Yes, that's it is in order. So take that as a recommendation of the committee that you provide the auditor with the agreement between the county government and the bank in question. Senator Tobiko?
Yeah, Chair, well, maybe not necessarily on this one, but I just wanted it to go on record that using this experience, we need to check all the other loan schemes from other counties on what is happening, because this could be a tip of the iceberg.
Fair enough. Clerk, take note of that, so that it is something that you will align with the substantive. Perhaps auditor, go to the report on lawfulness and effectiveness in use of public resources and read query number 1, just so that we see the harmony, especially in terms of figures there, because there are different figures. Query number 1, under report on lawfulness and effectiveness in the use of public resources, the unsecured loans. I want to establish whether it's the same bank that you're working with. Yes. Yes. Canned mortgage, the first query under report on lawfulness. No. Report on lawfulness and effectiveness in the use of public resources. That will be page 3 of our own documents. Are you on together? Just read that. Do you want to help the governor to be on the same page? Page 39. Yeah, so that we tie it up together, just that we don't spend a lot of time on it. So just go ahead and read that.
Thank you, Chair. Unsecured loans. The statement of financial position for the fund as at 30th June 2024 shows receivables from exchange transactions amount of Kenya shillings 44,879,260. However, a review of the loan records revealed that the loans were not secured in any form contrary to Regulation 16(1) of the Trans Nzoia County Executive Car Loan and Scheme Fund Regulations 2018, which requires that the county government shall have a charge registered on the property financed through a loan granted under these regulations and shall be entitled to have its name entered in all documents of title for such property. In the circumstances, management was in breach of the law. Thank you, Chair.
Before we talk about the breach of law, Auditor, can you confirm to us which amounts constitute this 44 million? Is it by part the 30 million and additional 14 million on top that you could express to us, or is it a completely different amount? If you look at your financial notes.
Yes, thank you, Chair. Indeed, the 30 million was disbursements during the year, while 44 million is a balance sheet total that was outstanding at the end of the financial year. So yes, the 30 is part of the 40.
So where is the 14 million coming from?
It's the scheme has been running, so it's yeah, like the previous year, the balance was actually 58 million. So it's a running balance. It's in accounting terms, it's a running balance sheet item.
No, what I'm asking from a financial term is the denotation of the 14 million. Is it interest? Is it a substantive loan to a particular individual or a particular function? How do you account for the 14 million? If we were to assume that the 30 million that we explored in the previous query is part of this 44 million.
Yes, actually, okay, sorry, you don't have the notes, but on the financials, note 7B actually shows the previous balance of 58 million, the loans issued during the year, 30 million, that's a total of 89 million, then recoveries of 44 million, and balance of 44 million. So yeah, there were recoveries of 44 million during the year.
Governor, your response? That query. There is a written response to that query. I'll harmonize, don't worry, I'll harmonize between you and the auditor. That one you can be sure that the senators here are very good at finance. They will harmonize.
Mr. Chairman, I thought I had already given my demission on the fact that the loan was unsecured, because this rest for you does not suffice. But I can go ahead and read it.
I'll just read it for the record.
Yeah.
There is something I'm trying to get to.
Yeah. Management response. Under the existing arrangement, where the fund is managed by SBM Bank, there exists a loan protection fund or insurance for the loans issued to beneficiaries. As such, management may request for the surrender of securities in circumstances where the fund is managed by the board.
So, senators, just one comment each.
Governor, I have a problem with your response. Maybe I know it was prepared by the fund manager. As such, management may. What does it mean? May. So it's not a must. It should be shall. And then the letter that they have attached for you, it is the same letter. They were supposed to have done this by 31st March. Nothing has happened.
Chairman, you've already guided, you gave us 60 days to sort out this issue.
So let's say for that unsecured loans, we have 60 days. Let's sort out all those issues in 60 days, get back to the auditors.
Yes.
What about the defaulted loans, Governor? The defaulted loans, repayments. These are the secured ones. Perhaps just read that query. I think it's a short one. Query number 2 under the same lawfulness and effectiveness.
Thank you, Chair. Defaulted loan repayments. Review of the records revealed that loan disbursements amounting to Kenya shillings 10,652,082 related to former members of staff of the county government, which were not being recovered for a period of more than 1 year, and this was contrary to Regulation 18 of the Trans Nzoia County Executive Car Loan and Scheme Fund Regulations 2018, which requires that the committee may call in a loan and in default sell the motor vehicle or charged property by public auction where the borrower is in breach of the terms under the agreement or covenant contained in the charge of the mortgage instrument. In the circumstances, management was in breach of the law. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, your response, management response, Mr. Chairman, the county government confirms that the loan beneficiaries did not complete payment on time. This was during the previous administration. Efforts of recovery were done from the gratuity, while the deficit was paid through bank deposits as per attached. Appendix 7A, loan recovery schedule, and then number B, extract of bank statements. Mr. Chairman, the only outstanding loan now is from Morris Lokwaliwa, who was at that time a CEC. He resigned in a half. He still owes, as he has only paid 500,000, there's a balance of 700,000. The rest have repaid their loans, including the former governor.
Okay. Auditor, that response?
Thank you, Chair. Yes, from the bank statement, we can see the payments. Some have happened during the current year. I think there's one for May this year. And I think it brings back to the same issue of that staff can default and the loans need to be secured so that we don't have to go through this recovery process. Thank you, Chair.
I'm not sure that members want to say anything, but I think I'm just reading the issue of security. And I want to seriously, Governor, ask the administrator of this fund to take those issues of procedural matters very seriously. Because you give a small mwanya in Kiswahili, or that small void, then you have a whole big problem with the entire loan management. Because the profile keeps on expanding into interests and other defaults that might then come, that then become very difficult to secure.
Yeah. I really don't know whether the administrator gets the seriousness of this thing.
Yes.
You know, putting public funds at risk, I think it can put you in a very awkward situation finally, as a person, you know, because definitely public funds must be accounted for, and there must be a way. So take this seriously, because you don't seem to see the seriousness of this.
Yeah, my presumption was that I was taking the governor's word that he tried to fire a few people who are mismanaging these funds. And that's why I was putting the responsibility on the governor to probably restructure the entire staffing of this fund. This is a risk fund. It's a very risky fund if it's poorly managed, because loans couple a lot of resources. You know, you talk about 6 people, 30 million. Before you realize another 10 people, you're talking 100+ million. So the governor must take keen interest on this, and if there is a possibility to restructure the entire architecture of leadership there or staffing there, then do so. That is to the best of your ability, if you can able to assess the capability of the people who are managing this fund. Because there's a very thin balance between the fund being managed administratively and then the disbursement point becomes the bank. If you cannot reconcile the two, you'll be in a lot of problems with this fund.
But Chair, is
Yes.
firing the solution? Will that secure the public funds? Will we get the public funds back? That's, I think, the bottom line is to be able to secure these funds.
Mr. Chairman.
Even what has already, even what is already at risk.
Yes, Governor?
We are discussing the risk. We've not lost the funds yet. So the issue of recovering lost funds does not arise. Yeah. But as I'm saying, in the next 60 days, we are going to get collateral for these loans. to ensure that even if an officer is fired or something happens to them, we can still be able to recover our money through collateral. It was a serious omission, that one I've really admitted. Because like we're giving unsecured loans to officers. But the bank of course operates from a point of safety because they don't have our money. That money for the fund. So really the fund is secured. But for us, people who develop this fund, we must secure funds. And that's why we are promising that within the next 60 days, we're going to ensure that all these funds are fully covered.
Sure. Yeah, but, I don't want us to belabor much, but...
Yeah, but within what timelines do we consider public funds now, from the time they've been taken, and the time we can consider they're lost?
Okay.
What's the time span?
The repayment period is known. I think it was tied to the contracts, which is actually within the tenure of the governor. Yeah, apart from the other, of course, public officials that benefit, and then we can have a different arrangement for them. But for people who are appointed by the governor, the CECs, that term